Okay, so onto the inside arm, we need to allow enough for our tuck-in at the bottom. So allow a few inches at the bottom. Over the top, I'm just going to allow a couple of inches over the top. If you're doing this the more simplified way, then obviously you need to take the fabric all the way over down to the floor. But like I say, we're only going over, we're going to join on the outside arm. So a few inches at the bottom, a few inches at the top. And then we need to measure the length of the arm, allow a couple of inches, likewise at the front. Once you've done that, we now need to pin the arm into position. So again, making sure the arm's running level. Pin at the bottom. Pin at the bottom front. Top middle. Again, making sure the fabric's nice and smooth and all the excess is pulled out. Pin at the top. And a pin at the back. So the fabric's all nice and smooth. All we're doing now, pushing into this area, folding the fabric back. And we're basically going to be following the exact same shape as we did on the inside back. So again, we need to cut into this release point the exact same place. So first of all, I can just draw this to the same spot, allowing for the tuck-in. To the same shape at the bottom of the inside pack. Like so. I'll zoom in so you can see this, but you should have exactly the same shape. You can always pull the inside back out to double check if you like. And all you're doing is making sure that you've got the same shape. As you can see, it's a good job I've double checked that because I've gone into the wrong area down here. So I'll zoom in so you can see this. Okay, so once you're happy with your shape, we're just repeating the same process. Again, to just 1/4 of an inch away from the inside back. Releases the fabric over the top so we can pin to the inside back. So keeping the fabric nice and smooth on the top, pop a pin on the top there. Just going to lose a little bit of the excess. And now we're going to carry on down the inside arm and cut in again at the bottom. We're going to cut into 1/4 of an inch from the inside back. And then exactly the same as we did on the inside back, nice and tight into the bit at the bottom where there's no tuck-in. I've put a line so it's down to the seat, and then this time we're away on an angle the opposite way, like so. So we've come in the same as the inside back. We've gone tight in down here down to the seat and then away on an angle. So again, on this area, we need to add the seam back on the cutting table. So just pop an arrow, plus seam on this area. So again, I'll zoom in so you can see this. Okay, so we now know this area inside arm is matching the inside back. All we need to do now is allow the same on the tuck-in, same as the inside back, 2.5 inches. But at the front, we don't have a tuck-in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark tight into the bottom of the inside arm, and then we'll allow for the tuck-in as we move along. So again, I'll zoom in so you can see this area. So just need to feel for where your tuck-in starts, which mine is kind of here. So what we do now is we push in nice and tight into this area. Simply draw a line. And again, we'll be adding the seam allowances on the cutting table, so we can put plus seam. And now this here needs to be the same as the inside back. So I know that I've allowed 2.5 inches, so I'll be just allowing 2.5 inches all the way to the back. So we've now allowed for the tuck in at the back, all the way along the arm. We now need to cut in to 1/4 inch away from the arm. And we know on the table we're going to be adding the seam along here, so that's all nice and fine. So we can now just double check that your inside arm finishes the same length as the inside back, which mine does. Double check that, it needs to finish the same length as the inside back. Once you've done that, you can tuck away. Okay, so now we've done the bottom of the arm. We're just up to the top. All we're going to do is we're going to pin these two pieces together. So I've popped one pin. I'm allowing for the seam allowance. Popping a little cut in towards the pins releases the fabric, so we can pin to the back, to the outside back, like so, and continue cutting the seam allowance. And then the little cut that you put, you can now turn that into a notch, like so. So I'll zoom in so you can see exactly what I've done here. We've allowed for the seam allowance, and now we can tuck away. Okay, so we've now allowed for the tuck in, exactly the same as the inside back. It's all matched up correctly. We've allowed the tuck in on the seat, and we've pinned the in arm to the inside arm along here. That's now the inside arm complete. So the next piece we'll move on to is the seats.